Hey everybody, so I'm back, Larry's gone, and this is part 2 of the question and answer video. And I had majority questions on hair, all things hair. Obviously I do a lot of wigs, real hair updates, things like that. So I'm not an expert on hair. I do not claim to be. Some people may not agree with me, and that is fine. This is Kitaboo or Makita or Kiki or whatever nickname, but this is my channel and these are my opinions and my tips. They work for me. They may not work for everybody, but I hope they work for you. So right now the hair that I'm wearing is the Sensational Human Hair Wig, and this is Fab Fringe, and I'm wearing this in color I don't know what this is. Is this Auburn? I thought it was Auburn, but I don't even see. Oh, Autumn. This is Autumn, and this is a really pretty like burgundy, almost reddish color, but it's tame. I wear it to work. You know, it's a chill color for me. And I flipped it up a couple days ago, and it's still a little flipped. So yeah. So on to the hair questions. This is from Kim Cavet. Hey girl. She sent me these questions in a personal message a little while ago, and then it is a bunch of them, and I wanted to, you know, type her back and everything, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just do a Q&A video because I get a bunch of questions, and sometimes I get similar questions. So here we go. How often do you get perms or touch-ups? I get touch-ups at my beautician like every 3 months, so usually it could be 12 weeks. It's usually a little like 12 weeks and a couple days. I never really try to go less than 12 weeks in between my perms or my touch-ups, whatever it is you want to call it. I was told it's not called a perm, it's called this, but whatever. I call it a touch-up usually. And she does that with her, you know, touch-up or perm of choice. And I always get deep condition after I get my touch-ups. And I like, somebody asked me what's the point of stretching. The point of stretching for me is you're not getting chemicals as often. It can help your hair grow. It can help you retain length. If your hair isn't growing, your hair will stay the same. You know, it helps with breakage. And when you're not getting perms, you know, every 4 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever that, you know, people used to do back in the day, it just, in my opinion, is healthier for your hair. And a huge part is you save money, because my touch-ups can cost me $65, $75, and I've been with my beautician since I was like, I don't know, for over 10 years. And you know, her prices fluctuate, you know, but for the most part, I know to get a touch-up at some places, depending on the length of your hair and everything like that, some Dominican shops, you could cost $75, $85. You know, and I always tip my beautician, you know, good tips. So it's just like, it can be very expensive. So you have to, you know, when you do your hair yourself, you save money. But I don't do chemicals on my hair myself. Sorry, I get my comb, I'm swinging my comb. But yeah, so it's good to stretch your perms. It's healthy for your real hair, and then you save money. Okay, how often should I wash and condition my hair? I mean, that depends on you. You know, I know for me, my hair gets to itching probably like a week and a half after I wash it. So some people, you know, I try to do my hair on weekends since it is such a tedious job. So it could be every weekend or every other weekend. So I would say 1 to 2 weeks, but it depends on your hair. Like, you know, people have different texture hair. Some people may wash their hair every day if they could just wash it and leave out the door and wear it crinkly or whatever. Some people may wash it less than that, you know, every week. Some people may get flakes in their hair, so they may have to do it more often. So it depends on a personal choice, but I wouldn't go no more than 2 weeks without washing my hair. And every time I wash my hair, I put conditioner in it and I comb it through. So that's that. Next question from Kim is, what is a deep condition and how often should I do it? A deep condition is just any kind of conditioner. Some conditioners like our hair masks are specific to deep conditioners, and they may be a thicker cream base, and they may say, you know, good for deep conditioning, but you can probably deep condition your hair with any hair conditioner. You just put it in your hair after you wash it. I put it on the roots all the way to the tips. I know some people just condition their roots, but for me, I have to deep condition the ends of my hair as well, because they are dry and can be brittle, and my ends, your ends have been with you the longest, so they need nourishment and everything. So I always put conditioner on my ends, and then I just put my hair up, like, you know, just twist it up, and then I put on a shower cap. And you know, at the hairdresser, when you get a deep conditioner, they will put you under a hooded dryer for 15 minutes, maybe 20. But when I deep condition in my house, yes, I have a hooded dryer, but I don't really do that at home. I just put on my conditioner and put on my shower cap, and then I just chill out around the house for an hour, maybe 35-45 minutes. You know, my one sister who really started her hair journey way before I did, and I learned so much from her. My sister Nicole, she's in one of my videos, Outfit of the Night videos, but she would put like a sweater cap on her head, because, and I did that a couple times too, because that's sort of like your head's going to get hot and make its own heat, so that's a good way to deep condition too. And then just make sure you wash that out 25, 30, 45 minutes later, hour later, however long you want to keep your deep condition. And a lot of the packages, there's certain conditioner you'll use will say keep it for 15 minutes, keep them for 20 minutes. It'll tell you. But if you're not under a hooded dryer, if you're just having a shower cap on, if you're not putting a sweater cap on your head, I would say probably 45 minutes for it to penetrate. But wash it out good, because if you don't wash that conditioner out good, like sometimes if you just dip your hair under the sink, for me, I noticed that wouldn't wash out all the conditioner good, and I would get like flakes a couple days later. So I like to get in the shower, make sure you're washing all that conditioner out, run that water all over your head, and make sure you wash out the conditioner good. And how often should you deep condition? I would say probably, I don't know, I would say technically probably every 2 weeks. I don't do that because it can be time consuming, so I'll probably do it like every 3 weeks, once or twice a month. Well, that's every other week, but probably once a month or every 3 weeks or something. Like, it depends on my mood, it depends on what I'm doing that weekend, because I do my hair on weekends. But yeah, that is that. It's a personal preference. How often should I get my hair trimmed, and am I supposed to get it trimmed at the same time as I get my perms? Again, that is a personal preference. I get my hair trimmed by my beautician when I get my perm, which is every 12 weeks, every 3 months. As far as how often, I get it trimmed when I feel like I need it. Sometimes I go to her, you know, and my ends don't look like I need a trim, so she won't trim me, or I won't ask for one, you know, because she only trims if you ask for one. She's not the kind of beautician who likes to cut hair. Some people, you go to them and they want to cut off all your hair, you know, so you have to watch who you let trim your hair. As far as dusting, which is where you get your ends and you look for the splits and you clip them yourself, I say you can do that as often as you like, when you have free time, when you're just chilling in your room or whatever. If you want to just chill out and dust your ends, you can do that whenever. But as far as getting a good trim, I say when you get your perm, every couple months, or as needed. You don't need a trim every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 months, every 12 months, every year. It's up to when you need a trim is when you need a trim. I don't think it's every whenever. What do you do after you get a perm? Like, do you just wrap your hair? Yes, because when I get a perm, I get a roller set and I have a roller wrap, and we use the biggest rollers, which are the purple rollers, because my hair is like probably down here. I had some left to my hair, so we use the big rollers, and my curls are usually, you know, nice and loose. So I just wrap it with the paddle brush, and I put on my little wrap scarf after I get my perm. How do you wear your hair between perms? Between perms, when I'm stretching, I wear my hair in cornrows. Like under this, I have cornrows, and I wear a wig. Sometimes I cornrow my hair after I wash and deep condition it, and then I wear it crinkly, as you guys saw in that one video. I have it like a braid out, or that's really it. If I'm like stretching, I wear a wig or a braid out. You know, I used to say a ponytail or a bun, but I don't really do that because I get a headache having my hair pulled back. But so that's really how I do my hair. Do you have any recommended products to help with dandruff, because mine is bad? I don't really have any recommended products. I don't get a lot of flakes like that. You know, I know you could go to your dermatologist if it is extreme, and they can recommend a shampoo that's good for flakes. Because I know I have a friend who had flakes, and he had to go to the dermatologist and get, you know, a special kind of shampoo. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a prescribed shampoo. I know back in the day, Denorax, I don't even know if they still have that, but it's like this shampoo, and it smells strong. Ew, I don't like the way it smells. But Denorax is a good shampoo for flakes, and that was popular back in like the 90s. I don't even know if they still sell it. I don't, like I said, I don't use stuff for flakes because I don't get them like that. Except when my hair needs to be washed, yes, I get flakes, but I just don't get them like, you know, a couple days after you wash. I know some people get flakes. I don't have that. But look at Denorax, or if it's really bad, go to your dermatologist and see if they can recommend something for you. Okay, when am I supposed to flat iron my hair, and what type of flat iron should I use? So I have my flat iron. Hold on. So the flat iron that I use, and I show you guys, I use the BioSilk flat iron, and this is the Tourmaline ceramic flat iron, and this is like my favorite freaking flat iron. I use it on my wigs, on my real hair, and I got this from the freaking store, TJ Maxx, for $29.99. And this is like $60 usually. I looked it up online, and you can find it online for like $50-$60, maybe less. But this is the only flat iron that I use in my hair, and it's, I don't know, I haven't really seen any damage from it. But I don't flat iron my hair a lot. I probably flat iron my hair once every 3 months. Like after I get my perm, you know, I wear it like that for 2 weeks. Maybe if I could do 2 weeks in a couple days, whatever. I wear my hair like that. But when it's time to wash my hair, I wash it, I deep condition it, and I flat iron it. And I wear it like that for another 2 weeks. Then after that, I wash it and I braid it, and I do braid outs or twists or whatever, buns, whatever. But I don't put the flat iron to my hair a lot, because growing up, being younger, having thick hair, I flat ironed my hair, I bumped my hair was damaged as a teen, and it would grow out, but I just used to use too much heat. So I don't recommend flat ironing your hair a lot. Yes, if you want to do it more than once every 3 months, that's fine, because as long as it's not every day, as long as it's not excessively. But you know, if you're on vacation, you know, I know Lori and I be going back to Vegas in a couple months. I'm gonna bring my flat iron, you know, and maybe flat iron my hair, whatever, or something like that, before we go to a club if I'm not wearing a wig, or if we're going to the pool, I may blow it out, flat iron it, you know, for special occasions. But on a regular basis, don't put too much heat in your hair. That's flat iron and blow dry, hot curlers, hot rollers, bumping iron, any of that. Okay, when am I supposed to detangle your hair? Whenever it's tangled up. But I say, like, for me, I detangle my hair each and every time after I wash it. I could just get a perm, wash and condition my hair, and I would have to detangle my hair. You just start from the bottom, you work your way up, and you use a wide tooth comb, or I like a shower comb. Okay, should I wrap my hair every night? Yes. Even if you don't wrap your hair every night, put a bonnet on it. This is like a crazy looking bonnet I just got from my beauty supply store. I have like so many bonnets. Like when my sister comes and stays, she's like, "Hey, you got a bonnet I can use?" Because I have like bonnets, scarves. I have like everything. I always got something on my head. Like if I'm in a house, if I'm with Larry, if I'm not, like if I don't have a wig on, I have a bonnet on. You don't really see me walking around the house with my hair in a ponytail or out laying on the sofa or whatever. I always have my hair wrapped up. Okay. Is flat ironing and washing after washing a bad idea? No. I think it's good to flat iron your hair after it's been washed and conditioned and when your hair is clean. But yeah, I just, like I said, don't do it too often. Finally, do you have any other tips or suggestions? Just stretching your perms, deep conditioning, making sure your hair is moisturized. I really like jojoba oil for your scalp and for your hair, and I like Jamaican black castor oil for your scalp. Okay, so all those was from Kim. Thank you so much, Kim, for the questions. Okay, now this is from Danae Summer. When do you deep condition and how often? I answered that already. Do you use the same products? What brand of relaxer do you use? I showed you guys before the type of conditioner that I use, but I use Organic Root Stimulator conditioner for a deep conditioner. I just started using a hair mask. I use that twice and I like it, and that's just basic. I use that as a deep conditioner, and that's like an argan oil hair mask, and I showed that to you guys. What brand of relaxer do you use? My beautician uses Organic Root Stimulator, or she uses something called I forgot. I spoke about it every time I do one of my touch-up videos. I tell you guys the perm she uses. So I always say, what perm are you gonna use or whatever. She says, I'm just getting comfortable with flexi sets. It's this cute curly look. My hair is growing. She used Mazzani products. Whenever she uses oil sheen, her hair can get too greasy. That's why she don't deep conditioner. But yeah, use flexi sets on your hair if you do know how to do that. I was doing that a lot last year. This year, I don't really flexi set my hair. Sometimes I may put flexis in a lace front wig, but I don't really use a lot of flexis on my real hair because my hair is so thick. It takes forever to dry, and for me, it takes like 7 hours to do, and it only will look good for 3 days. That's not gonna work. I need a style that's gonna look good for a long time. Okay, Sabet or SABETT 23 said, hi, I love your video, love your hair. Is it wrong to roller set my hair instead of air drying it all the time? No, roller set your hair, because after you roller set it and you take those curls out, it looks so pretty. Sometimes when you air dry your hair, for me, I have like this long afro bush, and that could be right after a perm. My hair would still look bushy if I let it air dry. That's why I let it air dry a little bit, and then I'll comb roll it with products, and then it can be more tame and crinkly. But no, if you don't know how to roller set your hair, do it. It's good for you. It's not bad for your hair. The princess sir, when you wash and condition your hair, how do you straighten it afterwards with no heat? I don't straighten it afterwards unless I flat iron it. The only other way is I braid it. She said, I really don't want to make the transition to natural hair because the length of my hair is down the middle of my back. Go girl. Good for you. She said, I like it long. I'll try the flexi rod method instead of using so much heat on her hair. Yes. The princessor, don't use a lot of heat in your hair because yes, it's in the middle of your back, but you can have severe heat damage if you use it too often. And then the final question is from Crystal Crockett, and this is on Sewing Weaves. She say, do you recommend it, and how long would you keep a weave in? She says, I have a 4 sew in and I'm not quite sure how to take care of my hair. What should I do? So I used to rock the sew-ins when I was in high school, on and off, sometimes in college, and I did a couple like in 2010. I did 2 in 2010. or whatever. But that's when I first started my YouTube channel, is when I got back into the sew-ins. How long should you keep them in? It depends on the hair, because you don't want like funny looking tangled cheap hair sewed in your hair too long. So if you have a high quality sew-in, some people say you can keep it in for 3-4 months at a time. It, you know, it depends on if you have a net under there. It just depends. But so that's like a personal thing on the quality of your hair, how well it's been sewn in. But I think it's good to wash your hair under your sew-in every 2 weeks. Sit under the hooded dryer and make sure that your real hair is going to get dry under there. You know, make sure you have some type of bottle where you can stick it in there and put oil on there, and keep your scalp clean. So that's the number one thing. I don't really recommend sew-ins for you, especially if you don't know how to take care of it. One time I got a sew-in, I spent like so much money. Like, I'm telling you, I spent like $400. I went to this beautician who did celebrities in downtown DC, and she did my sewing, and it wasn't even all that. I wouldn't even recommend her. And then the hair was like $200 a pack, and then she charged me like $250. And then after, you know, a couple weeks, I went to her and she washed it and everything, and she did good. But I'm like, no. Like, sew-ins can be expensive if you get high quality hair and you get a top of the notch person to do it, you know. But if you know how to do it, and if you know how to take care of it, then, you know, a lot of people on YouTube, follow some of these girls on YouTube. I know, what's her name, I don't know her name, but she does the best sew-ins on herself. Fab, or Fashion. I love Fashion, and she goes by Fash. Beautiful girl. I think she's in that ATL area. Her sew-ins always look beautiful, and she does them on YouTube. She does tutorials. Now she's doing a lot of you know, the lace closures. Another girl, Pretty Girl Angie, I love her channel as well, and she does the best sew-ins. And I actually did a wig following one of her videos. I made a freaking wig, y'all. So yes, I haven't wore it yet, but it's not even the best wig. I'll probably bring it to Vegas with me. But so look up I Love Fashion and Pretty Girl Angie, because they do like good sew-ins and everything. But yeah, I don't really wear them too much. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend them, because I'm like, you can get a wig like this wig for me, like, look, like all my hair is protected, and I could just take this off at night. I can wash my hair, I can deep condition my hair, and not have to worry about anything. So that's Lori coming. And like I said, that is the last question. This video is 22 minutes. So that is it for the hair questions. If you guys have any additional hair questions, thank you so much, ladies, for all of your questions. I really appreciate them. I love answering questions. If you have any more questions, just post them below, send me a message. Also, I want to tell you guys to follow me on Instagram. My name is KitaBoo7. Let me get my phone. Let me see. On Instagram, follow me. I always put the links below, and I do get new followers every so often. I don't know if you guys are following me on Instagram, but okay, no, KitaBoo7 on Instagram. I post a lot of fun pictures. Also, follow me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I don't really tweet. I do like to tweet once in a blue moon. I retweet a lot of inspirational stuff, and then I tweet doing like ATL Housewives, New Jersey Housewives. I be cussing people out, arguing with people and stuff. I watch Teen Mom. Like, y'all know I'm a reality TV person, so anytime I like Love and Hip Hop, anytime those shows go off, I get right on Twitter and I see what everybody's saying. So y'all may see me like cussing people out, and then not really explicitly, but telling people off on Instagram. I mean on Twitter, like reality TV people. But my Twitter is the one Kiki7, the one Kiki77, and I think that's my YouTube name as well, the one Kiki77. And then I started a Hairlista page, and I really like Hairlista. Let me see, what is my name on hair lister? My name on hair list. Oops, I did Hair Sisters. I'm gonna put all 3 links below, but my name on hair lister is, I don't even, oh, Ketaboo. So I will put all of these links below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Q&A video. I also posted a Q&A video with questions for me and Lori about our personal lives, where we work at, our nationality, where we're from, and what in questions. So if you have any more for me and Lori, put them below in that video, or send me a message. If you have any more hair questions or just general questions, let me know and I will get back to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Today's Sunday, we're off Monday, yay. And that is it. Thank you guys.